No. Let's get this going.
Colin&BanjoTogetha4eva. His last name rhymes with banjoni, so it's lucky he plays the banjo.
Alright.
And he plays it damn well. Colin's one of those quiet talents. He sits at the left end of the row of bandmates, always upright, his lips pursed ever so slightly, his eyes placid. His cheeks have a rosy sheen. The author Towlin would say he possesses a neutral facial expression. Some would say he looks like a doll, if they made a doll with square-rimmed glasses and a Burt Reynolds mustache. Underneath Colin's composure are networks of passion and creative genius, and even a certain aggression that shows through the confidence of each banjo pluck. Without him, Bailiwick wouldn't have as complex a dynamic. Is it folk? Bluegrass? Pure indie rock? I don't know. Does your banjo have a name?
It probably should, but it doesn't. I mean, I colored it because I was bored one day and I wanted it to look beautiful. Now it looks beautiful, but it's still nameless. But someday when that name comes up in my mind, I guess I'll christen it somehow.
When you're away from your banjo, do you think of him?
A little bit. I don't know, I think of how out of tune he's getting. Think of what kinds of trouble he's getting into. Maybe running off with the mandolin or something. But I don't know. Not really. Sometimes I pretend that I would think about him, and then I try to, and then I realize that there's not much to think about because it's an inanimate object. But other times I think of him as a soul brother, and then I wonder if he's like, I don't know, pounding brewskis with the other instruments, but I secretly know that he's not, so I can't really live out the fantasy. I want to think of the banjo.
It's beautiful.
I know.
Banjo, banjo, banjo. Do you have any banjo brethren that you talk to about the banjo? Like banjo bros?
Not really. I don't really know anyone who has a banjo, like here or at home. No banjo brothers.
No banjo brothers. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, I know. I am the banjo.
Do you have an emotional connection to your specific banjo? What if I smashed it on the pavement but offered to buy you another one? Would you be sad?
I mean, it's my first and only banjo that I've had. It's kind of a bitch to tune sometimes, but I think that all banjos are like that. If you smashed it on the pavement, I probably would be really sad. But if you offered to buy me another one, as long as it was of comparable or greater value, then I guess I wouldn't be too sad about it. I like the banjo, I guess, but he doesn't have a name. He's not my, I don't know, my son. Well, it's weird because secretly I really like old electronic music a lot, so I really wish that I was playing like a Moog or something instead of a banjo, but I know that Bailiwick's not that kind of a band. Like, I'm not really the biggest fan of bluegrass, which is kind of weird because I play like the bluegrass instrument. How long does this have to be? I can make up bullshit if you want.
We should have gotten drunk and done this interview.
I know. We could eat some tabs.
Yeah.
The banjo, like, it's...